So there's also another situation that obviously gives rise to a dim supply taking place where you'd likely have uh, a situation where you had an enterprise before, you're running an enterprise as per the VAT norms, it was a certified enterprise, you're transacting, charging VAT in any direction that was obviously consequential to particular transactions that you obviously took part in, and for some reason or another, maybe your business suddenly was not doing so well and you opted to cease to be a vendor. So there are implications that give rise to dim supplies taking place in that scenario, and therefore you'd have to account for VAT situations that would obviously arise as that event basically unfolds. SARS would have likely want to have back the input cost of the input VAT that you would have claimed for the input costs that you would have obviously claimed input VAT for. SARS would want that back. For instance, you were maybe a furniture merchandiser and you would buy furniture from various suppliers where these people were likely VAT vendors themselves. So in that situation, you would have likely claimed VAT input for the costs of having purchased particular materials that you obviously needed in the production of your business or operations of your business. So for any cost that attracted input cost, VAT would have to be realized, or rather SARS would want to realize back the output VAT that would now be given rise as a result of you ceasing to be a vendor, because they want to claim back what you would have likely paid them back had you had the normal usage of you running your enterprise, because the stock that you have in your enterprise would have likely been sold to third parties where you would have charged output VAT that would have essentially flowed in as a cash flow, which is due to SARS as input VAT. So SARS wants that back. So the VAT that we basically pay particular attention to is VAT that would have given rise to things that attracted output VAT. As to things that did not have consequences of having to give rise to input to output, that are not really, they just want items which you would have likely claimed input VAT for. They're not interested in the output VAT that you would have claimed. They just want to basically get back the flow of input and output having to be in balance. So we look into unique situations that can arise within one such company where they cease to be a vendor. And we will follow that up with a dim supply in the sense where there would have been excess payments. You are a vendor, you charge somebody an amount, you charge them 100 rands. For some reason or the other, they pay you 150 for an invoice which was for 100 rands, and for some reason or another, they don't claim back that amount. After a certain duration of time, SARS would want you to recognize that as being a VAT output. So you'd have to recognize VAT output on that excess payment. If it so happens that sometime in the future, the person that you would have basically received an additional excess payment from gets paid back, in that situation you can actually claim back the output VAT that you would have charged as a result of time having elapsed where you are now required by SARS to process and output VAT on the excess payment. So we'll also deal with that scenario as well.